happy Sabbath. We have bugs with me today. But I'm not going to let that stop me from telling you this great story, even though it's annoying me. This week, I want to tell you a story about a person in the Bible that was courageous. He not only had courage, but he had faith in God too. And he knew that God was always with him. The title of our story is David and Goliath. David, the youngest son of Jesse, the Bethlehemite looked after his father's sheep. The Lord sent Samuel to anoint David, who would become the king of Israel when the time was right. While waiting to be king, David kept helping his father with the sheep. One day the Philistines came to fight with Israel. David was looking after the sheep while his older brothers went to the battle. Jesse asked David to take some food to his brothers and the army and see how they were doing. When David arrived at the battle, the Israel army were on one mountain and the Philistines were on the other. In the middle, there was a great big giant named Goliath. Goliath was very big. He had come down in the valley in the morning and evening, asking, "Isn't anybody going to fight me?" He did this for 40 days. "Why won't you send a man to fight me? If he kills me, the Philistines will be your servants. But if I kill him, you shall be our servants." The soldiers in the Israelite army were so scared to fight Goliath. But David decided that he would go and fight Goliath since no one else would. He knew that God would be with him and help him, just like he's helping me to fight these bugs. When he told Saul of his plan, Saul offered him his armor, but it was too big and heavy for David. Instead, David went to go and collect 5 smooth stones from a stream that he could use from his slingshot. When Goliath saw David coming, he laughed so hard. Ha 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 ha! David was a little young boy and very small compared to Goliath. David said, "I come to you in the name of the Lord of hosts, the God of the armies in Israel, whom you have defied. This day the Lord will deliver you into my hand, and I will take off your head." So David took one of the stones and loaded it into a slingshot. David slung the stone and hit Goliath right in his forehead. Goliath collapsed, and David grabbed Goliath's sword and cut his head off. When the Philistines saw that their champion was dead, they ran. So what we can learn from today's story, when your problems look bigger than what you can handle, just know that God is bigger. Just like we learned last week that God gives us abilities to solve our problems. All we have to do is keep the faith. Alright, thank you for joining me this week. I want to leave you with a little memory verse. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Joshua 1:9. Take that memory verse with you in every situation.
You can read more about David and Goliath in 1 Samuel chapter 17.
See you next week, same time, same place, at Solomon's time. Bye!